this is a great project. It's got almost 2% copper equivalent in these lens type formations in these breccia pipes, and so the new buyer, I think, is excited to be able to go exploit those, and we're happy to have a little piece of it along for the ride.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Chris Buncic. He is the CEO of Condor Resources. And Chris, good to see you again. How are you?
Great, Steve. Thanks.
Good to have you along. And the company out with some news that you have decided to move along one of your projects. And let's talk about the project itself, and then we'll sort of talk about the reasoning behind it.
Sure. Well, we made an announcement just last week that we were looking to sell our Soledad project. We have an LOI signed with a local buyer, and under the terms of that LOI, we'll see $3 million come in the door over the course of the next 3 years, with some money up front that's going to enable us to go do some drilling. This is the project that we had unfortunately taken back from Chicana Copper back in October, and then solidified that in the first quarter of this year. But now we're able to monetize it and move on towards supporting the projects that we really care about, being Huinac Punta and Pucamayo.
Yeah, and you've also retained a royalty on this as well, so there is a little back end for your shareholders as well.
Correct. Yes, this is a great project. It's got almost 2% copper equivalent in these lens type formations in these breccia pipes, and so the new buyer, I think, is excited to be able to go exploit those, and we're happy to have a little piece of it along for the ride.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, your big focus is elsewhere, and so just remind everyone a little bit about where you're at with those two projects, and this money allows you to obviously get some things done and allows you to move forward with those.
Correct. Yeah. So Huinac Punta is fully permitted. And so we had a small financing a couple of months ago in May, and we're shoring up the balance sheet with the sale of this asset. And we'll be able to deploy some funds to go drill off Huinac Punta, when this closes. And we're working towards that definitive agreement over the course of the next kind of 6 to 8 weeks, after which we'll get busy. And at Pucamayo, which is a high sulfidation epithermal gold target, we're looking to saw off that DIA and get that process approved with the ministry. Still working on that, which has certainly drawn out, and I know our investors are acutely aware, and some are probably mildly frustrated, as are we, but we're making progress. And I think that those two projects, coupled with what we're expecting to come from Teck Resources on Cobre, again, I think this is going to be an exciting few months, and we'll start to get newsy through the summer and into the fall.
All right, look forward to that. Chris, thanks very much. Congratulations on the sale, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Great. Thanks very much, Steve. Have a good day.
All right, Chris Buncic, the CEO of Condor Resources.